Am I there?
Hello, how are you,
Hang
Chris?
on. Okay, I can see you, I but I can't hear you, Judy.
Okay.
There you are.
Do you hear me now?
Yep,
All right, great. Hey, well, welcome. I'm really excited to talk to you today. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How you doing?
Oh,
It's nice
great,
to be here,
great.
by the way. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. Um, I have all kinds of questions for you.
Go right ahead.
Okay. First of all, I wanted to talk about that you're probably best known for being the bassist for Saigon Kick, and The Lizard was like a hugely tremendous album for me, and I love it so much. But you joined the band like after that was recorded, correct?
Right.
And it
Literally,
hit
it
the
was
streets.
it was just hitting the streets, and I think I met Jason. No, I crossed paths with him. He was heading to edit Love Is on the Way. So it
Okay.
was maybe a month old.
Wow.
So I've been congratulated on my business sense, but it's just dumb luck, as are
Well,
most things in my life.
right? Well, yeah, I think that probably holds true for many people. So being a part of the band, like after that album came out, so what was it like touring with that album and learning those songs, things of that nature?
Well, to learn the songs, I had it pretty easy because I was already given an advanced copy of The Lizard in February of that year.
Oh,
So,
nice.
so I yeah, so I had 3 months to live with it, and I loved the band. It was literally my favorite band. I could not believe I got that phone call.
That's like a dream come true.
Oh yeah, yeah, Tim Owens moment, right?
Yeah, for
So,
sure. That's amazing.
but as far as like playing the songs live, I knew them already.
Wow.
So it was nice to go in and just play and be able to relax into it because I knew the stuff so well.
Yeah. Did you still have to audition?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah. But that
oh
went
yeah,
well, obviously, because you knew the whole album.
yep. Well, they told me we were playing both, so I had to learn both. But it was like,
Oh,
okay, or, I mean, they literally they in those days they did not come out of my cassette player.
yeah. That's crazy. I actually saw Saigon Kick at a place called Club Backstage in Freedom, Pennsylvania. So I live outside
Wow.
of Pittsburgh. Yeah, I think it was really small town. I think it was like an hour away from me. But would you have been with them then, like 95, 96?
Yep, that
Yep.
would have been
Okay.
yeah, that
All
would have
right.
been a
Yeah.
devil tour. Yeah, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. And I had forgotten the name of that club. And one of my girlfriends that went to that show with me had the ticket stub. So the other day I asked her and she found it in
Yeah.
5 minutes, no less.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
I have a running log of all the gigs I played with the band.
Oh, wow.
So I'm sure I could find it.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy. Well, I was there
Cool. Here
and
we
it
are
was fun.
again.
It was great. It was great.
Thank
It
you.
was great. Okay. So I know that you have a band. Are you still playing with your band Canal? Are you still doing that?
Yep, just getting ready to finish up album number 2.
Okay. Okay,
Just
great.
waiting on a saxophone player, like we all do.
Right. You're funny. So tell me a little bit about, your band Canal and what you're doing. And you were also in a Kiss tribute band before Saigon
I
Kick, is
was
that
in
correct?
the Kiss tribute band.
Oh, okay, the Kiss tribute band.
Well, because our guitar player went and joined Kiss, so
Oh, Tommy
we
Thayer?
yeah, yep,
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah. Oh yeah, sure is. But yeah, Canal was born out of a challenge I gave myself, which is I love Thin Lizzy.
Oh,
And
yeah.
my thought was, can I write a record and make it sound like Thin Lizzy as if I handed it to them and said, here you go, and just play it. So that was the goal.
Wow.
So it's definitely a period piece. And I didn't want to try and recreate the production like Lenny Kravitz does. I didn't want to make it sound like a 70s record.
Okay.
I wanted it to sound modern. So that was the whole goal there. And I loved it. It was so much fun. So I'm getting ready to do it again.
Yeah, that's totally cool. Are you gonna do any kind of touring to support your album?
I don't know because we've been asked, do we want to do some festivals? And it'd be fun, but there's a lot of guitar parts on there. So
Okay.
it was definitely thought of a studio in mind, which doesn't mean it's impossible, but it would take
Right.
some rehearsal. We might have to get the
Gotcha.
guitar army out for that one.
Wow. That's really cool. When do you expect that album to come out?
Well, like I said, everything is done except Alan's sax parts on 2 songs, and I think that I just realized that the drums have to be redone on one. So I'm hoping, what's it now? We're in the middle of August,
Right.
end of the year.
Yeah. Well, that's not too bad. That's exciting.
No, no,
You
I
play
love it.
quite.
It's so much fun.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it's fun. So tell me a little bit about your musical background. Like, what made you decide to be a musician? Was there like one song or one group that propelled you in that direction?
Oh yeah, Beatles.
Yeah. Oh, no way.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, Beatles.
Yeah.
And it was
I
all
grew
my,
up with that.
yeah. There you go. Yeah, it was all my love. And my earliest memory is jumping up and down on a bed and my aunts holding my hands while I'm singing "Love." Almost said "Love on the Way." All my loving. So
No way. That's
yeah.
funny.
So
Um,
and then a friend of mine in college who just said, "Look, I got news for you. You're an artist. Quit playing around." Because I was at a Big Ten school. Was I going to be a doctor or a lawyer or a professor? And he was like, "No,
wow.
you're an artist. Fight it. No more
Yeah,
Skywalker."
that's a big difference between being in a band and wanting to be a doctor or lawyer for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, and,
Yeah.
and in my family, it definitely was because they're all doctors and lawyers.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, all
That's
the way
crazy.
back. I mean,
Yeah.
once they came over from Ireland, it was like, all right, get education.
Wow.
My grandfather ran the Boston Transit Authority and New York Port Authority.
Oh,
So
what? That's so cool.
that's our background. It's kind of organizational, use your mind kind of stuff, not sing
Yeah.
songs on stage dressed silly with long hair. No.
I kind of miss the long hair, honestly.
Yeah, well, that's the reason I'm wearing a hat is I'm growing mine back out to a
Are
certain.
you really?
Oh yeah, it's
Oh, that's
right.
cool.
Right
I
now,
love
it's a
that.
bad look. I'm thankful
Yeah.
for the
You're
hat.
like in between. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I grew up with Beatles 45s. My English auntie sent them to us when we were little, and I
Sweet.
had a birthday party. And I played, the rock and roll version, not the slow version of Revolution, and I put it on our little like red and white checkered record player. And I was probably
Yeah.
like 8 or 9, I don't know. And I blared and I like screamed, and I think I scared everybody at that party. But I was really into that song. I loved that.
As well, you should have.
Right?
Happy birthday to
That's
you.
yeah, right. Except that I was just really young, and I don't think anybody really got it.
Yeah, they get it
That kind of
now.
like ruined me for like regular life after that. So pretty much. So, but anyhow, so if you could go back in time, what would you tell your young self about your choice to be a bassist in a national band or to tour? Like, what should you have done or not done or should have done or that kind of thing? What
That's
advice
a,
would you have for yourself?
that's an easy one. I would have
Oh
told
yeah,
myself, yeah, I would tell myself, relax. You're working hard. It's going to happen.
yeah,
And it's a kind of an echo of what my wife said at the time. She's still my wife, doesn't mean my wife at the time. To clarify that.
yeah, right.
And she said, I was in a spot in between Cold Sweat and Saigon Kick where I had just had it. I'd been the LA meat grinder like 5 years. I'd auditioned for something like 35 bands, and it
Wow.
got offers, but there was something like, this is not me. I can't take it.
Yeah,
I can't do this band. It's unfair to them.
right.
So I was telling her about it, and she said, look, you're so close. You've done it already. Just keep at it. It'll happen. She was
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It did.
Some-
Within a couple months, I was in Saigon Kick, and then boom, took off.
I believe that right after that record came out that they had a change with their bassist. That's kind of an odd time to do that. So,
Yeah, yeah. I kind of felt like Bruce Kulick. Kind of like, oh,
right.
here's record. Hey, who's that guy?
Yeah,
And I know Tom, but I mean, we're about as different as you can be. I'm a lot taller than he is. He's kind of a tan guy, and I'm Irish, which means I'm pale and I burn in
right.
the sun.
Yeah, I
You
can
know,
relate.
so and it was so I remember getting pictures handed to me on the road, people looking at me and looking at Tom, just going, "You don't look the same."
Oh,
And
did you
and
sign them
fine.
anyhow?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, he went to the hard work to get it done, so
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
That someone said, "What do you think about that?" And I was like, "Well, I was always thankful. I that's all I ever thought was, well, he got me here."
right. And the fact that that was like your favorite band, like that's super like serendipitous.
Oh, it totally was. I could not
Yeah,
believe the phone call. Hey, you're not going to believe this, McLernon, but guess what? Saigon Kick fired their bass player. Boom! I sent the thing of that day.
Wow. And
Meaning
that's
that,
before like the internet and everything, right? So you just send it like regular mail, or
yep.
did you send it like FedEx or?
Yeah. Well, I think UPS was the closest thing I could get with an
Yeah.
overnight thing. But yeah,
Wow,
it
that's
was,
amazing. That's crazy.
and that was on a Monday morning in LA. So my friend had called me from New York to tell me that.
Wow.
He was at where was he? He was at Polygram, John
Yeah.
Germanario, and John goes,
Okay.
um, dude, typical New Yorker, McLernon, get a picture to these guys right away, and send it to this person, blah blah. So I did, and within 2 days I was talking to them, and within by the end of the week I was there and
Wow.
rehearsing, and well, I was auditioning,
Right.
and I did really well. And I remember Jason saying to me, "Look, man, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you got the gig, but you're only the second guy in. So we got to see, we got other people to see." I was like, all right, cool. No
Yeah.
problem. I understood. I was from LA. I understood how this, this meat market works. So I get back home and I go to Blockbuster, of course, because that's what you do then. You got to go to Blockbuster.
Right.
So I come back and my wife says, Jason Bieler called. And I was like, oh, shit. They found a guy. I'm dead. And I pick up the phone and I call him and he goes, "Hey man, how you doing?" I was like, "Good." He goes, "How's your flight?" "Fine." And I'm kind of like, and and he goes, "Well, the gig's yours if you want it." And I said, "I want it.
Yeah.
When do we start?" So I was back out there within a week.
That's crazy. What was your like what do you remember how you felt when you heard that news? Were you like absolutely euphoric or were you like
Oh
just in
yeah.
disbelief?
Oh yeah, because like I said, I'd auditioned for bands where I could have gotten the gig, but I didn't like it, and I was just too
Yeah.
much about arty farty, be true to myself kind of guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I had friends of mine who were just ragging me because I turned the bands down.
Oh.
You idiot! They have a deal. What's wrong with you? This is a producer. This is the band. They've been on the band. I can't do it, man. I won't
Yeah.
feel right.
Are you allowed to say what bands they were, or would they be bands we know?
Yeah,
Yeah. Are you not
yeah.
allowed to say it?
Nah, it's just kind of like I don't
Is it
want
like
them to
double
know.
secret probation? You can't really talk about
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it.
Exactly. Dean Wormer will be at my door.
Right. Oh, you got my reference. No one ever gets that.
Oh yeah.
So what drives and motivates you to still create music? Like why do it after all this time?
My dad pointed this out once. He said, "Music to me is meaning not to him, but to me is
Hmm.
like people with calculus problems or physics problems. You can't get to the end of it. It's always going to be something that's evolving and something that's changing, and you get a different answer. You try a different thing. And it's the same way with music. You're not going to conquer it ever. I
Right.
mean, let's assume I was like, okay, I don't want to make another Thin Lizzy Lake record. Well, might be kind of fun to make a ZZ Top type record or just my own weird stuff. But there's no rules. I can just do what I want. So I think that's where it comes from. So it's always this unearthed gem that is kind of in your shoe. It's always just kind of pushing at you and make you try again, because you're never going to get it perfect. You're never going to get it right. Everybody I know who's ever been in this business, lots of success or not, always says the same thing. I almost got it on that one. Almost what I
Okay.
heard in my head.
Well, I think that creative people, musicians, writers, whatever, actors, I think that they're hypercritical of what they do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe more so than the people who are watching like their finished product or their
Oh,
finished shows
absolutely.
or
Yep.
whatever. Do you ever go back and like watch video of like when you're playing out, like anything like that, like shows, your tours, anything like
Oh
that? Do you
God,
watch
yeah.
that?
Oh yeah. I look at
Oh, okay.
interviews I did. To be topical, I looked at this interview I did on Oshkosh television when I was like, I don't know, 20, and it is just like, oh my God, what am I talking about? I have no idea what I'm saying. I'm an idiot. But
Well, you're
man,
also different at 20 than you are when you're like, over 40.
right?
So,
Yeah. But at 20, man, I had it. I knew what I was talking about, right? We were the coolest thing in Madison, Wisconsin, so why not? Look at me. And I just, oh God, are you
right.
kidding me? And there's some stuff on the bass too. I just wouldn't play now.
Yeah.
I would change it up because I've learned things harmonically or time wise or feel
Right.
wise.
Right.
Like I remember going in and I think it was one of the reunions we did a Cycle Kick, and I played what was I think I was playing What Do You Do? and I was kind of playing with a swing to it, like bam, 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 bam. And we were playing. And Jay goes, "Can you change that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's wrong with it?" He goes, "Make it punkier, not funkier." I was like, "All right." So I did. I changed it. Da, 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 da. And all of a sudden, okay, sound like the band.
Yeah, that's funny. I read somewhere that Billy Joel is like super critical of his songwriting as well, and he felt like he'd probably throw out like 90% of what he wrote. Do you ever feel like some of your stuff is like now that you've evolved that you're like, yeah, that's I would never do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I got friends I play stuff for. I'm like, when you think it's best is when you play it for them, but you're still going, don't hate me. It's not bad. Don't make
yeah,
fun of me. So when they like it, you're like, ah, thank
that's like
God.
relief.
Totally.
Yeah, I can
Oh,
see that.
it's
That's
the
great
ultimate wedding day, you know? I'm
for
getting ready.
sure.
Oh, is anyone paying attention to me? There's a rip in my dress. Oh no.
You are funny. If there were one or two things that being a musician has taught you, what would they be, or what would that be?
Let somebody be themselves.
That's important.
Because if you don't, like for example, I want to make um well on the Canal record on Take It All, I was talking to Barry Kirch who plays drums for Shinedown. Little lame drop.
Oh, my girlfriend loves them.
Okay, so do I.
Yes.
But so Barry played drums on that and a couple other on that record. So on that part, on that song at the end, there's this very long snare fill. And
Okay.
I kept telling him, keep going longer. Just keep at it. You can't do too much. And he's like, are you sure? Are you sure? I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I want you to play like you on this. Don't try and think like Brian Downey or Ringo or John Bonham. Do what you would do. And he killed it. He got it exactly how I wanted it, which is what he did naturally. So I don't
Um,
understand the point of like hiring a bunch of people for a solo record and then making them play what you want. No, you found them because they do
right.
what they do. Let them be themselves.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I think people can tell, like, too, if you're just going through the motions
Oh yeah.
per se of like, being in a band or whatever you're doing, and it's not sincere. They don't feel it. If you don't feel it, they don't feel it kind of thing.
Yep. Yeah, I learned that in the club days when you're tired. You don't feel like playing another 45-minute set. You've already done four of them, but everybody else is ready to go, because it's the end of the night and they're pumped up and they're
Yeah, right.
drunk and they're ready to go. But you're like, I don't feel like it, and you realize that it transfers onto the audience, and if they start kind of dying out, that's your fault, not theirs.
Right, right. No, that's important. And the vibe of a show definitely, carries the audience. That's
Yeah, and like you said, you can always tell when they're phoning it in.
Oh
Always
yeah.
tell.
Yeah. And that's when you lose your audience and they're like, yeah, I could go for pizza.
Yeah, really.
And then suddenly everybody leaves at midnight, So,
Yeah, yep,
so I'd love to talk a little bit about touring and playing out live. Can you
sure.
tell me a little bit like about your tour, if there's any tour experiences that you've had or any stories or anything that I don't know. I mean, I guess I would assume touring would be like slightly relentless, fun, but like a lot of energy and a lot of time. So,
Yeah, well, picture being on an NBA team and every game is away every night.
okay.
So that's a lot what it is. Or take your favorite CD or playlist, get in the car and drive to a city every day, but don't change the playlist. That's what
Do
it's
the
like.
same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And we should, I'm okay because I love playing music, but I know guys who hate rehearsing. They hate the prep of the gig. They like the gig, but I luckily love it. So I like going to Chicago and trying to find places like I can visit, like the Art Institute or
Right.
maybe a Cubs game if they're home. I like doing that stuff. I love traveling. So that balanced out with some of the drudgery. I mean, when it's been crappy outside in this northern U.S. and it's February, and
Ugh.
you're just like,
Yeah,
that's when you earn your money.
for sure, for sure. Um, did you ever have a time when you were touring, like, I don't know, I mean, because bands are like families, so I mean, people don't obviously don't always get along.
No,
How do you rise above that and like still deliver, like when people are fighting?
early on it's tough because you haven't figured it out because, like you said, the faces don't change. you're stuck with the same guys, like 9 guys in one prison block. And it's okay, you're breathing way too loud, you know.
Yeah.
So you have to find ways of getting away from the band.
Hmm.
And the smart ones know how to disperse. Like even Cycling Kick, when we came home, we'd all just go poof, gone
Yeah.
for weeks.
Need
And then,
away time.
yep, then you come home, then you start kind of circling back around the bomb site again. All right, let's get back to work. But otherwise, yeah, it can really grind it. Like we were out from July through May on the Lizard Tour.
Wow.
That's a long time. Picture going out and packing the stuff you need, throw it in a bag, and what's it? We're in August, and I'll see you in May.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of time.
Yep. Yes, it is, and it's a lot of time to be patient with each other too. And when you're young, your patience is even shorter because
Oh, you
you.
think so, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, the stuff I've seen guys now let slide because they're older.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
You're just like, yeah, he's just being him. Leave him alone. Whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of like it's your fault if you don't get him by now. Like I've had guys in both bands where I just kind of go. In the old days, that would drive. I kind of get this internal dialogue that would drive me crazy. But now I know it's him. I think it's kind of funny. You know. So you deal with it better. Whereas when you're, like I said, you're
Super
breathing too
young.
loud. When you're 25, everything is important, including you.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Well, at 20, in your 20s, you usually think you know everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then when you're older, over 40 or 50 or whatever, you're like, yeah, I don't know
No,
anything.
no, it's like
At
that
least
old
that's
joke.
been my experience. So,
Oh, yeah, it's like that old joke with my dad where I go, God, when I was 18, he was the dumbest dude I ever met.
yeah.
When I turned 23, I couldn't believe how much smarter he got in only 5 years. Wow, how did he do that?
Yeah. Yeah. Like the things they tell you, you think that they don't know anything. And then years later, I'm like, yeah, she was right.
Yeah.
So obviously I
Well,
was not.
and that goes for people in the biz too. Like people go, here's a name dropping story. I was lucky enough at one point to be friends with Ed Van Halen, right?
Oh,
So that's when right around the time that Oni had quit to join Lynch Mob. So we were looking for Roy Cathy, and it was just a fall to all of unbelievable proportions. So I'm hanging out with Ed, and I'm bitching about something. We don't have a singer, and our producer may leave, and we still have studio time. And he's like, dude, shut up. He's like, first of all, you've been fucking road manager, your lawyer, your accountant, your label. I'm like, all right, I get it. So, so we get out of the conversation. We do whatever else we're doing. And I see him about 5 years later, and I say to him, hey, man, remember that conversation we had where I said this and this? He goes, yeah. I said, well, you were right. It all happened. And he just laughed. He goes, yep. See, told you. He said, but are you okay? Because that's when he said, you'll be okay.
yeah.
And he goes, are you okay? I was like, yeah. He goes, see, told you. The wit and wisdom of the elder statement in the rock business.
Right. Right.
Few
That's
and
so
far
funny.
between.
How are you like, let's say you're doing your tour thing or you're off tour. Let's say you're off tour
Okay.
and you are out with your family and somebody recognizes you and wants to do like selfies or like signings.
Sure.
Because I know some stars, some band people, even musicians they're okay with it. And some people get really, really upset about being approached. Like, do you
I'm
still
okay
like
with
to
it.
be approached?
Yeah, I'm totally okay with it. I think there's times where I understand that, like when we were in Indonesia and we were huge. Saigon Kick was massive in Indonesia, which
Really?
right, that's what we said. Um, but I had a bodyguard. That's how big we were, right?
Oh,
So, which was kind of fantastic. But
that's interesting.
we had one dinner where it was literally, can I get a picture, Chris? Stand up, did it, for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I didn't eat the meal. I'm going, God, how does Madonna do this crap? So,
Yeah. I don't think she
well,
does that often.
no. But but my thought was, well, I can't be disappointed or annoyed because I asked for this. This is everything I
That's
wanted.
true. That's
Manners are still manners,
oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm not a big fan of selfies, but I'm okay with a picture. If someone else takes the picture.
Yeah, I'm not a good selfie person. I usually hand my phone off, but
Right, yeah, because it looks like some sort of bad surveillance camera photo.
I know it's always a bad angle.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There's no such thing as a good selfie. But I think also, if the family knows how to react to it, that helps. Like about with
Oh,
them, with
sure.
our friends, because the person taking it will sometimes ask, "Do you want to be in it too?" And usually, whoever's with me will say, "No, no, I'm okay. This is your thing. Go ahead." So, but that's me. I
Hmm.
know some people who avoid it, and they just because it's not them.
Yeah.
Again, getting back to the older thing, whereas younger, I would have been like, "What's wrong with you, man? Get over here." They drove
Yeah.
500 miles. Get your butt over here.
Had remarkably good experiences going, did a lot of backstage stuff when in my 20s. And then, just having a radio show and interviewing people, or even just going to shows and wanting to meet people. I've
Right.
had pretty good luck with meeting people that were super nice to me, whether or not they wanted to be super
Right.
nice, super sweet, very accommodating and gracious. I've only had like one or two that were like, whatever. And I was just like, okay, well, it is what it is. But at the time, I was super young with one, and I was just like so upset because I liked his music so much, But
Right.
because everybody is who they are. So
Right. And I would have been heartbroken if some of my heroes were just rotten to me.
right,
And
yeah.
I did have one guy who came up to me and was trying to tell me what happened in a band dispute that had been published. And I said, "You're wrong. That's not what happened." And he started, arguing with me. I said, "Dude,
Oh,
I
yeah,
was there. That's
yeah,
not
no,
what happened."
yeah,
And so I got kind of, up yours, no up yours about it. But I went back and found him later and I apologized. Like, look, man, I didn't mean to get hot to you, but
yeah,
that's, I was there. Please don't correct me.
yeah. Not to mention the fact what's on the internet is not always true.
Right. Oh, boy, are we finding that out
Right.
every day. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, I try to be, if I'm approaching someone, it's not a meet and greet situation and they're just like out in the crowd or whatever, I try to be really polite. Like I know who they are. They don't know who I am.
Yes.
I try to introduce myself and be really nice. But I will say that I'm pretty extroverted and forward about meeting somebody if I
Oh, yeah.
really want to meet them.
Oh, me too. I'm ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the problem is, on top of it, I remember pretty much everyone I've met. If I don't know your name, I'll remember your face or what we
Are you
talked.
serious?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But Ronnie Dio could call your name out right away. So if let's say I've
For
seen
real?
him, oh yeah, I saw him do it. People would freak out.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd
oh, my
freak out.
name. It's
That's crazy.
crazy. I've only
Yeah.
seen, I've heard of one other person who can do that, and that's Pete Townsend.
Oh, he used to be my aunt's neighbor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
she sent me his autograph when I was 15. I didn't really know who the Who was till later, but I kept it. Yeah. So and then I
Wow.
became a huge Who fan. Yeah, isn't that weird? It's a small world. But yeah, Pete Townsend, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, he'll walk. I had a friend of mine who did the European version of Tommy. Right,
Oh,
he was in the pit,
yeah.
musicians. And he said Pete would go into a meeting and call everybody by name before he got into them. Yes, Scott. Yes, Jim. Yes.
He must have a really good memory.
Well, that and he's kept a diary every day since 1964. So if you say
I don't think I knew that. That's great.
so
Wow.
if you say Pete, what happened on April 14th, 1973?
You
He
can
said,
go look it up.
yeah, here, hold on, I'll
Oh
go
my
get
God.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's no good though if you're like in the band with him because if you did something, he can go back and look it up and like yes,
That's
you did
exactly why I keep the records in our bands. I'm the dispute settler. Hey,
Oh
guess what?
my God, no.
Oh yeah, it works great. I didn't do it on purpose, but yeah, I was like, okay, this is what happened. No, 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 it was this. And you crack open the toolbox and no, no, I've got it right here.
Oh my God, that would drive me crazy.
Yeah, well,
A little bit.
but
I have a
it's like I don't have to rely on that memory. I'm just like,
yeah,
it's there.
you have it documented. Oh my gosh. You'd be good at HR. Um, for real. I have a friend who she has a photographic memory and I mean not that I would lie to her anyhow, but you can't because she remembers everything.
Yeah, the nuns in first grade said they were sure I had photographic memory. Yeah.
That's wild. Ooh, nuns. Wow. So what getting back to music, what advice would you give someone just starting out in music like that wants to do it for a career?
Well, I got two myself. I have a daughter and a son, and my son is a drummer in two different bands, and
Oh
one of them
wow.
has got like, 4 or 5 million streams on Spotify and all that. And it's so many parts of the industry are so different now.
It is very different.
but it's still what at the at the core of it, it's still the same, which is you got to really love what you're doing, and it's who you are, and don't put a timetable on or time on success.
Right.
Put markers like this band should have done this by this time, and be
You gotta
ready to
have a
move on.
plan.
Right? Yeah, yeah. But if you don't love it, don't do it. And
Right.
that,
Right.
and
It's
that
a lot
comes,
of work.
yeah, it's a lot of work, and everyone always sees kind of the 15-year overnight success, example. They're like, wow, I can't believe it. He finally, he made it. And it says, well, he's been at it since he was, 16.
Right. Right.
Of course, he finally made it because he never quit.
Right. Well,
And
there's
I
something to
also
be
think,
said for perseverance for
yeah,
sure.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and also I think with the net and with social media, at least my son does not have to move to Los Angeles. Like I was part of the last rock star exodus. Like we're all gonna go to Los Angeles. It's 1985, and we're
Right.
all
Oh,
gonna
right,
make
for
it.
sure.
Right? He doesn't have to do that because I have friends who are in labels who are watching them, and they're just going from their office in LA, just going, okay, well, they seem to be doing this, so they get
Right.
plucked out of nowhere. Whereas
That's
in the
pretty
old days,
nice.
yeah. But in the
Yeah.
old days, you'd have to hope that maybe like Saigon Kick got signed because two of the guys from Skid Row's road crew came to a show. And they were like, because they were recording Slave to the Grind down in Florida. So they dragged two more guys down there the next night. And then they dragged two more the next night. And that was Michael Wagner and Jason Flom. And boom, signed. So that was just dumb luck because someone walked in the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a great Hollywood story.
It is. It's totally a great story. I'm just like, I'm kind of like fangirled out that I'm talking to you a little bit because, well, I'm trying not to be, but I am a little bit because, so that album, The Lizard, has just made a huge impact on me. And I know everybody loved, Love is on the Way, of course, but
Oh, yeah.
All I Want Is You, God of 42nd Street, all that. And I kind of revisited it after I saw you come through my newsfeed on Facebook. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, I would love
Hey.
to talk to him.
Yeah.
And I kind of revisited it and listened to it a lot in the last couple of weeks. And I was just like, this is like a really solid, beautiful rock record.
Yep. Well, and that's what I was so proud of is our whole catalog. There's not one where I go, ooh,
Yeah.
can we have that one back, please?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, and that's amazing too. That's like a wonderful experience. So I just have like two more questions. I promise I'll let you go have a life. When you are creating music or working, like what do you like to do? Do you have hobbies? Are you just constantly doing music or?
No, I love to surf. I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, so I love it.
Oh my gosh, no way. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you ever surfed in Hawaii?
Yes. Yep.
Where in Hawaii have you surfed?
It was right off of Diamond Head, right there by on Waikiki.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So we were staying at the what is that? It's at one big hotel where Duke's is on the first floor, and I
Oh,
forgot.
the Outrigger?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So we were staying
I've
there.
been to Hawaii a lot, so.
Yeah, I went 2 years. Last time I was there was 2 years ago. So I went there in Kauai.
Oh, nice. Kauai is my goal. I want to go there.
I tell you, and you'll get this. I miss the poke more than anything
Oh, the
else.
food is amazing in Hawaii.
Yeah. The fact that I had 4 different mackerel to choose from made me so happy.
Right? I love a lunch plate any day of the week. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, love the lunch plate.
So I
So
like
my
surfing, but I also I've been watching a lot of movies lately. I don't know why. Maybe I figure I'll get inspiration from that for storylines. Like a lot
what do
of
you like?
right now it's I went through a phase a couple weeks ago where it was all 50 science fiction. So the biggie, everything from Day the Earth Stood Still to When Worlds Collide to
Oh, wow.
yeah. And then it's switched into John Wayne and Quentin, but not together, and Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, yeah.
So,
That's cool.
but it's fun because I get to look at it the way I used to, well, still to listen to bands. Well, okay, I recognize this band took this from this, and this from this, and this from this. Whereas
Yeah.
with a movie, it's visual; you can see it.
Sure. Sure.
Like, wow, that shot is the same. Cool. What else though? For just kind of clear my head, I go to the gym a lot.
Yeah. How are you
And
feeling? Are you feeling a lot better?
yeah, I had, for those of you at home who weren't aware, um, I have A, Parkinson's, and B, I went through a cancer bout, I will say. But
Yeah,
the
I saw
Parkinson's,
that on your Facebook page. That's insane.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it
It
was.
sounded really painful, so I'm glad you feel better.
Thank you. Well, it was, eating was painful
Yeah.
because, as even the doctor said, it's like, well, your mouth is cooked, so you guys have the worst. Your head and neck guys have the worst. I'm like, okay, but it's
Yeah.
going to go away, right? Yep,
Yeah.
it is. That's all I need to hear. Cool, good, and it has. It's staying away.
Well, I'm so glad.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
That's amazing. But
But
that's quite the journey. Health is an interesting thing. You don't know that you really need it until you don't have it.
yeah, you
Yeah.
ain't kidding. So
Right.
when I was recovering from all radiation stuff, I just watched movies.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of got me back into that. But now, um, I got such a positive reaction from some of the stuff I wrote on Facebook,
Hmm.
and including friends of mine have written books and written columns for years. They're like, you should do something with this. My fifth my not fifth form, I was fourth form, so that was junior year in high school. My teacher said, my English teacher said, you can write. You should do something with this. So I'm starting to investigate that. I mean, it's not going to be, if I write a book, it's not going to be the typical rise, ruin, redemption because I never did drugs and I never did stupid shit.
Good
It's
for
like,
you.
so, well, I think
That's
that's
actually
still,
unusual for your
oh, yeah.
career choice.
Yeah, it's encouraged, right? Yeah. So
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Greg Chase on from Badlands, and I are very similar in the sense we're so straight edge,
I
because
didn't know he was straight edge. Okay.
oh God, yeah, yeah. And he and I always compare notes, and people can't believe how we remember stuff. Well, because we didn't fry that certain part of our brain.
Right. Right. Because you're still mentally 100% here.
Right? Yeah. I
That's
mean, yeah, I,
crazy.
I like a beer every now and then, but nothing like some friends of mine who just when
Yeah.
was that?
Kind of sad to watch that happen too. So,
Yeah, well, and we're kind of hitting an age when I'm starting to see the erosion happen,
yeah.
and anybody, it doesn't have to be musicians, but they said they tend to be one of the biggest offenders.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, even like in Pittsburgh, the small local scene here, well, it's a pretty healthy scene, but a lot of people have, left us too young because of things like that. So it's
Oh,
sad to
yeah.
see that. So,
Yep. It's bad when I have an RIP list on my phone of people I've lost.
aw, yeah,
So
that's, aw.
you just kind of,
It's just
and
heartbreaking.
it is, especially for
Yeah.
some of the people I know, because they were just really good people. They
Yeah.
really were, and then just that energy is just gone out of the room, and it's so hard to explain. You just, well, but it's here. It was here 2 seconds ago. It's not here now.
Right.
How did
Right.
that happen?
Well,
Why
even
why are they still occupying some sort of space and energy in my life, but they're not here?
right.
It's an
Right.
interesting riddle.
Well, I think that, even though they might not be physically here, I think that people are still, quote, here in some way.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, for sure. And I think like even for someone like me who, I don't know personally all these major stars or rock stars or people in music that I've loved for years, but I shed some real tears if I really love their music and I like them.
Oh
Like
yeah.
when Christine McVie died, I think I sobbed for like an hour.
Yeah.
Eddie Money died, I like had a fit. I mean, it's just, people that you always think they're gonna be there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's not often you get an Ozzy where you can see he's going to go.
I
But even
yeah, I'm
though
sorry he passed away, but I honestly didn't think he was gonna live that long.
I was surprised he made it to the gig because I knew people who
The
knew
poor
him,
man, but
and I'm just going, God, talk about will to live. Holy
yeah, I
mackerel!
think he wanted to do that.
Yeah, but
Did you know him?
no,
Oh, okay.
I,
Just wondering.
no, I knew guys who were in and out of his bands, but I never knew him.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
But
cool.
yeah, the band Cycling Kick had played a gig opening for him in Japan like 4 months before I got in the band or something like that.
Oh, so you just missed
He
it.
couldn't have waited. Come on. So
Hilarious.
but it's
Well,
weird
I
when you think
really
you're.
enjoyed talking to you, Chris. Thank you so much for being so candid and open.
You are very welcome. I'm
Yeah.
happy to do it anytime.
Yeah, and I'll drop you a line and let you know when we're gonna play the audio on our show and when I'm gonna post the video and everything. So,
Sure. Please, please do.
Thanks so much. Yeah, absolutely. And I hope that you have a great weekend. And thanks so much for your time.
Thanks. You too, G.
Bye.
Bye bye.